He's unfit and will not face a jury. The trial for accused masked murderer Michael Cummins, scheduled for this April, is on hold indefinitely.
Cummins is accused of killing 8 people, including his parents. But as News Channel 5's Nick Barris tells us, even 3 years later, Cummins is still deemed incompetent to stand trial.
Prosecutors will seek the death penalty in this case, but to do that, they have to get Michael Cummins, who is here at Riverbend Maximum Security Prison, to trial. But now there's a very real question as to whether or not that will ever happen.
It is not only complex, but horrific.
That's how TBI Director David Rausch described the primary crime scene in spring of 2019.
Gruesome, I guess, would probably be the best adjective to use.
After a brief manhunt, Cummins was arrested and charged with 8 murders, including his parents and a 12-year-old girl. The only survivor was his grandmother, who recovered from the beating but died just this past week of health problems. The evidence against Cummins is said to be overwhelming. His footprints were found at the crime scene. He was caught with a victim's car, and there is DNA. The district attorney is confident.
With all the information we have, we will see that justice is done.
The question is when. After 2 years of mental assessments, therapy, and antipsychotic drugs, News Channel 5 has learned Cummins is still considered incompetent to stand trial. Under the law, a suspect must be able to talk and assist his lawyers with his defense. To this point, Cummins cannot.
State of Tennessee versus Travis J. Rankin for the offense of premeditated first-degree murder. Guilty.
You'll recall Waffle House shooter Travis Reinking was initially declared unfit, but after 6 months he was deemed competent to stand trial and was convicted earlier this month. It's now been more than 2 years for Cummins and still no apparent breakthrough. He is considered one of the most dangerous individuals at Riverbend, having tried to set fire to his cell and attempting to attack a guard. As long as Cummins remains incompetent, he will remain locked up in a supermax cell here at Riverbend until he is perhaps deemed fit to finally stand trial. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Nick. It is rare but entirely possible for doctors to never deem a suspect competent to face trial. In such cases, they don't go free. And for Cummins, he would remain locked up without bond indefinitely.